Now, let's talk about Sam Curran himself. And let me ask you the question that I appear to have been asking you since episode one of this program 3 years ago. What is he? What's his role now?
Yeah, what's his role now? It looks like it's going to be number 8. It looks like number 7, number 8, him and Mo and Ali. That seems to be the way I see the England team looking. And whether Sam Curran is then going to be that opening bowler, bowls the first 2 overs. I don't think that will be the case because I can see Archer or Wood playing along with Topley, and they're the sort of frontline opening bowlers. So Sam Curran might bowl one of the last overs of the power play, then possibly be one of England's choices of death bowlers. Again, it's not a case of now or never for Sam, because whenever you feel like Johnny Bairstow, you write him off after he's had a little bit of a quiet spell, and he comes back and gets man of the tournament like he did in Australia. So like we've been consistent, haven't we, Manners, throughout this 3 years that he is a ridiculously talented individual who we just don't know whether he's a frontline batter who bowls a bit or a frontline bowler who bats a bit. He's such a talent. Still, again, in this tournament, we might see him be the role that bounces between going up the order if need be, if we need a left-hander at the top, because, Salt, Butler, Jacks, Bairstow, Brook, Livingston, that's a top order of 6 right-handers. So you can see why they picked Duckett, just in case we need something different from a left-hander's point of view. But I would imagine if they get to that opinion, I would imagine Sam would be the one that they'd shut up the higher up, because he's done it for his IPL team. So again, we might see him bouncing about different batting units, different numbers, but I think we've got to find a place in the side for him and hopefully nail down a role for him, because we nailed down a role for him in Australia. He bowled at the start, he bowled at the death. He had a number 7 spot. We nailed that down for him, and he became man of the tournament. I think if we nail a role down for him in this tournament, hopefully we'll be getting rewarded, because he's in my team, so he will be in the team. Fingers crossed we get the same product out of him that we did in Australia. But where he is at this moment in time, I think that's a big question for the England selectors going into these 4 games before they get to the World Cup in the Caribbean.
When he was player of the tournament in Australia, of course, there was something in the pitches for him. His slower ball bouncers were gripping, and he was an entirely different prospect than he's been in the IPL. He's not the only bowler to have suffered there, but it's such a conventional view that you and I both have, and millions of cricket followers have had for a century, that players need to have a role. I just wonder whether Sam Curran, if he keeps improving incrementally and doing everything, and let's face it, he has done everything. He's batted top 3, he's opened the bowling, he's bowled middle overs, he's batted 8, he's been a finisher. Could he be, this jack of all trades, master of none? Could he be the mold breaker that does actually become a master of everything and can be used in any role? And if he's happy to accept that, then maybe he says, you know what, I actually don't want to define role. I want to do what suits the team in whatever conditions we encounter.
Yeah, and as long as Sam knows that, who cares about anybody else? Really, who cares what the outside world think, or who cares what pundits or former players are going, we need to find something for Sam. We need to give him a role. We don't. As long as the management go to Sam Curran and talk to him through all different scenarios, it's a bit like the Johnny Bairstow when we weren't batting very well in Test matches, and it was like, Johnny, we're taking the gloves off you because you are so important as a batter for us that we need to protect you as a batter and use all your energy at the batter, because we've got 4 others other than Joe who can't bat at this moment in time. So that's why we're taking the gloves off you. With Sam, if you sit him down and you talk to him and say, look, we can't fit you there, we can't put you there, we can't put you there, but every single game, we know for a fact you're going to have a big impact in the game. As long as that conversation and that scenario situation is spoken about with a team plan, with Sam Curran, with Josh Butler, with the management group, then no, I don't think the wider public does need to know that Sam Curran, this is his definitive role. as long as Sam Curran knows that when he's told to go and pick his bat up, he goes out there with a clear mind to go and do whatever the team needs him to. And it's the same with the ball, because like I said many, many times, don't know if he's a batter, don't know if he's a bowler. The one thing I do know, he's brilliant in a contest. And the minute he gets into a contest, I think that's where you see the best of Sam Curran. And hopefully during the World Cup, like we did in Australia, we'll see the best of Sam Curran, whether he bats at 4, bats at 8, bowls the first over, or bowls the last over, bowls the middle over. I'm sure we'll see the best of him when he's in a contest. And that, for me, is all the management need to work out with him.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.